Well. Welcome back to the Blacksmith Podcast, where we forge men and we are going to go over the Robinhood call. Now, if you know anything about me and you've been following me for any length of time, you already know that Robinhood stock, that company, Robinhood Markets, is the MVP of my portfolio. So I'm going to be taking notes as I'm going to be watching this real time with you guys. This should feature Vladimir Tenev, the co-founder, CEO, and chairman of Robinhood, and the CFO, the chief financial officer, Jason Warnick. Um, but that's about all I know. But I'm super excited. Let's get into it. I'm going to go full screen on this so you guys won't see my face. Maybe. Nah, this is good.
Good to see everyone.
Take notes.
It's great to be here with all of you today. We have a live audience again, this time from downtown San Francisco. And also great to, I think for the first time in our earnings call, have institutional and retail shareholders. So buy side joining us. So welcome and thank you. Also, we have our institutional analysts. So good to see a lot of familiar faces here. Q3 was another quarter of relentless product velocity. So we were excited to see that. It was really across our three focus areas, which, as a reminder, number one in active traders, number one in wallet share for the next generation, number one global financial ecosystem. So I'll briefly go through each of these. Active traders, we want active traders to feel like they are at a disadvantage if they trade anywhere other than Robinhood.
Damn.
So we've rolled out a ton of great new products for active traders. You guys might have seen second annual Hood Summit in Vegas just a couple weeks ago.
That's right.
We announced a bunch of brokerage updates, shorting multiple brokerage accounts, AI-driven custom indicators powered by Robinhood Cortex, a whole new social platform.
That's right.
And we've got more. We've got more for you guys. We can't wait to share more next month at our first ever AI event on December 16th. Innovation like this really has the active trader engine humming. In Q3, we had record equity and option trading volumes, and October looks even better. For both equities and options, in the month of October, we had new single day all-time and new monthly records. So both of those businesses just continuing to perform strongly. Prediction markets are really on fire. It's hard to believe that we launched this just about a year ago with the presidential election markets.
That's right.
We've
They did.
Volume every quarter since then to 2.3 billion contracts in Q3. And the month of October alone was up to 2.5 billion contracts.
Let's go.
October by itself was bigger than all of Q3 combined. Customers really love the product, and we're bringing them even more. We're now at over 1,000 live contracts, and we've expanded categories. So it's not just sports, but also economics, politics, culture. We're making the UI much cleaner, the experience even better. And I think it's really exciting to see.
I do too. Let me pause him for 1 second. Listen, folks, as I said before, Robinhood is going to become a one-stop shop, and they're doing it quarter after quarter after quarter after quarter. They have a Robinhood. I mean, obviously, it's a trading platform, right? What I didn't know, because I didn't know they existed back then, I wasn't in the stock market back then. They existed 8 years before I started investing, right? They were actually a social media platform that became a trading platform. I didn't know that, right? And so now they're bringing the social media platform aspect back. Game over. They have the gold card. They're about to do banking. Let me not get ahead of them, but I'm just telling you, this is why Robinhood is my MVP stock.
Where this can go. I mean, we love being early to this new asset class. And some people are saying this could be one of the largest asset classes. You can price risk in pretty much anything.
Yep.
We have a massive opportunity with assets as well. Turning to wallet share, our assets are now up to over $1/3 of a trillion as the generational wealth transfer of 120 20 trillion is fully in motion. So I think it's really great to see our financial super app accelerating. On the long-term money side, retirement now up over 25 billion.
That's right.
Doubled in the past year.
IRAs.
And Robinhood Strategies, which we just launched in March, now has over 1 billion in assets and is one of the fastest growing digital advisors. On the banking front, Robinhood Gold Card now over 500,000 cardholders with over 8 billion in annual spend. So the numbers there just keep growing. That's 5x growth in cardholders since the beginning of the year. And we'll get into this a little bit more in Jason's section, but we like what we see there. The customer behavior is good, and that's given us confidence to accelerate the rollout, and we're going to accelerate it even further. And Robinhood Banking started early customer rollout quite recently. So far, we like what we're seeing there too. Customers are direct depositing. You might have seen some nice screenshots of the user experience and the onboarding flow. And, people really love that they're getting interest, not just on their savings, but they have an opportunity to earn a good interest on checking. So it's really about simplifying things for customers.
That's right.
And the plan is to just keep scaling this.
Look, I'm going to tell you right now, if I won't say names, I'm not trying to get sued, but if I was one of these large banks or legacy banks, I'd probably be shaking in my boots. Maybe if I hadn't seen Robinhood coming, if I'd have seen them coming, I would have found a way to invest in them, partner with them, or try to follow what they're doing, because they're going to steal a lot of customers from banks. Point blank, period.
Keep adding more services, more products. And last but not least, we've been really grinding to build out the #1 global financial ecosystem. So 10 years from now, the aim is to have over half of our revenue be outside the US, and also cut another way. Right now, we're majority retail. We think we can get to over half being non-retail, institutional. And these are tough goals, but I think the opportunity is there, and we're going after it. 3 areas of progress to highlight from Q3. Tokenization, which are stock tokens in the EU. We're now up to 400 plus public companies and growing. There's a lot of innovation to be done. We're working hard. Robinhood Ventures in the US. So we found a way to give exposure to non-accredited retail to private companies, which we think is super important and a huge opportunity for us. We've already made some initial investments. We're working towards the public offering for Robinhood Ventures in the coming months. Bitstamp around the world, our first scaled institutional business. We're very excited about that. We are continuing to grow. We're adding capabilities. We're adding more institutional customers. Volumes are up 60+% quarter.
Now, if you didn't know what he was talking about, they acquired Bitstamp around July, August timeframe, and it was like the oldest crypto trading platform ever.
Over quarter for Bitstamp. And it's great to see that we're accelerating even as we're integrating. And I think that's not a common thing. It's a big business. I think the team's done a really nice job kind of integrating and making sure that product velocity just continues to increase. And as a result of all this, great business results in Q3. Revenues up over 100% year over year to a record of nearly 1.3 billion. Record net deposits in the quarter, over 20 billion.
Let's go.
We've already exceeded last year's record of 50 billion in net deposits. And we still have another entire quarter to go.
That's right,
so
we
feel
do.
really good about the traction there. Gold subscribers up to a record 3.9 million. And that's 14+% adoption when you look at the overall net account base. And it's nearly 40% for customers that joined in quarter, our new customers. International customers, nearly 700,000 international funded, including Bitstamp. So the UK and EU are continuing to grow nicely. And we feel great about Q3 product velocity and results. I think it was a strong quarter, and I'll turn it over to Jason to go through financials.
Let's go to money, man.
Sounds good. Thanks, Vlad. In Q3, we delivered another quarter of strong profitable growth. Revenue doubled while margins expanded, and earnings per share more than tripled from last year. Year to date through Q3, revenues are up 65%. Earnings per share is up 150%, and we continue to stay disciplined on expenses to deliver 75% incremental adjusted EBITDA margins. And it's exciting that as our business grows, we're continuing to diversify. In Q3, two more businesses, Prediction Markets and Bitstamp, each surpassed $100 million in annualized revenue.
Let's go.
Bringing us to 11 in total and underscoring the growing diversification and strength of our business. Prediction Markets reached that milestone in less than a year. It's our fastest in history, and it's already tracking towards a $300 million run rate based on October volumes.
Let's get it.
Just really going fast. Now, let's take a closer look at our Q3 results compared to a year ago. Revenues doubled to an all-time high of nearly $1.3 billion as our customers remained engaged and continue to bring more of their assets to the platform. Trading volumes were up double to triple digits across equities, options, and crypto, and we continue to grow market share across product categories. We're also seeing strong contributions from newer products like prediction markets, index options, and futures.
So he mentioned prediction markets a few times. We'll probably touch on that one a little later on. I don't know if the Q&A, if they're going to ask more about that, but if you guys do not know what this guy is talking about, write it down. This is the CFO, the Chief Financial Officer. If you don't know what his job is, look this up. Go on Investopedia, Google this, use AI mode, do whatever you have to do. But don't let these acronyms and these terms, this terminology go over your head. Tokenization, all this kind of stuff. But I will say Robinhood is having one heck of a run. Year to date, they are up $83, so 217%. And if you look at the year chart, 282, almost 300%. The only thing, and I will say the only thing I regret is actually not buying more when it was down. Not buying more when it was down. I'm satisfied with where I am, kind of. Like, I know I have enough, but I'd be morally remiss if I didn't have as much as I have. But yeah, let's keep going. Let's keep going.
Interest earning assets were up over 50%, driven by strong margin and cash sweep growth. It's great to see margin continuing to hit new highs as we win larger customers and gain market share.
Let's go.
And securities lending also hit an all-time high with a strong market backdrop as IPO activity continued to pick up. And Robinhood Gold grew to 3.9 million subscribers. That's over 75% year-over-year growth as we continue to broaden the value proposition, including Robinhood Banking, which is just beginning to roll out. Turning to expenses, Q3 adjusted OPEX and share-based compensation came in at $613 million. It's about $40 million above the midpoint of our prior outlook range. This was driven by two items that are both related to our strong performance. First, stronger year-to-date results led to higher Q3 employee bonus accrual. That is higher for Q3, but also includes a catch-up for the first half of the year.
So I just showed y'all year-to-date, right? Let's see what the last quarter looks like. 10%, not bad at all, because most companies historically have a 10% growth, while the S&P 500 does. I can't say most companies. If they had a 10% growth, they were doing good because the S&P 500 had that. Thus, the stock market had 10% growth. They did it in a quarter. So I'm just saying, Robinhood, if you had a company was that dude, that would be this company. Now, there's others, but this is mine.
And second, the significant increase in our stock price this year triggered vesting on the remaining tranche of the 2019 CEO market-based award. This resulted in unplanned payroll tax expense in G&A. We are through that award now, so Vlad, you get to go back to your $40,000 a year.
Apologies.
Yeah. Looking ahead to the rest of the year, we're tracking toward full year 2025 adjusted OPEX plus SBC of around $2.28 billion, but it could be higher or lower depending on how the rest of the year plays out. This reflects our strong year-to-date business results, which had us tracking to the top end of our prior outlook range, as well as some increased investment in new growth areas like prediction markets and Robinhood Ventures. I think each of these areas have significant potential for us. And lastly, this also incorporates the cost of Vlad's market-based award, which...
All right, his market-based award, I'm going to look that up. But take notes, folks. If you do not know what he's talking about, if you don't know what futures are, if you don't know what this Robinhood, what is this? I just wrote it down. Robinhood Ventures. I put a question mark by that. I'm going to look that up, and I'll have more for you guys on that one later, but take notes.
Which were not previously included in our outlook. I'll also provide a quick update on the strong results we're seeing so far in Q4, as you may have seen in the release. October was a strong month across the business. We saw continued momentum in net deposits, new records set across equities, options, prediction markets, and margin, and a nice step up in crypto volumes. And before we go to Q&A, I'm sure you saw in the release that I'm going to be retiring next year.
No!
I'll transition.
What? DMX, what? One more time for the people in the back. What? Jason's retiring? Oh, no. What? CFO down. Oh, man. All right, more on that later.
Q1 for my operating role into an advisory role and will stay on until September 1st. I'm incredibly happy and proud to share that Shiv Verma will be stepping into the role of CFO. I've worked closely with Shiv these past 7 years, and I've got absolutely complete confidence in him.
I don't.
He's seriously world class.
Well, if he does.
At this time, I'd like to invite Shiv Verma to join us up here.
Let's see what you look like, Shiv. Get on up here, boy. All right. Aerodynamic. Okay, I see. He's tall.
Long time no see, Shiv.
All right.
Okay,
Button
first
up
of all, I want to
with
thank
the
Jason
Levi's
for all he's done for Robinhood. He's been an incredible steward of the company, not just the finance team,
I agree.
but the entire company, and is leaving the finance team in a much stronger position than when he joined. Among his many assets, and you guys are obviously familiar with some of them.
That's right.
I would be remiss to not mention that his good looks were a main reason why we wanted to do these earnings on video, which everyone can agree. So I'm sure he'll be missed by this audience as well. I also want to congratulate Shiv. He's been working closely with me for some time now. You guys will increasingly see he's an exceptional operator. He's got a strong track record of not just being lean and disciplined, but also advocating for growth. And I think that balance is critical to so much that we do here. Tomorrow, Shiv celebrates 7 years at Robinhood. So while he's got his hands on nearly everything, he's currently SVP of Finance and Strategy and also our treasurer. So Shiv, welcome. Maybe you'll say a few words as well.
Yeah.
Look, man, first of all, before Shiv talks, sorry, Shiv, no disrespect, but, I'm just going to speak on this real quick. When I am no longer active duty, my resume is going to Robinhood, okay? They're based out of here in California. I'm going to try and find some way where I can add value because, listen, I invest in them. Why not work for them? You know what I'm saying? Nice.
Thank you, Vlad. I'm so excited and humbled for the opportunity to serve our customers and shareholders. Much appreciation to you, the board, and the entire leadership team for the trust.
Shiv Verma.
To Jason,
VE.
a heartfelt thank you. We joined 6 weeks apart, and we've been on quite the journey together. Many of you know Jason is a fantastic CFO, but he's also an incredible colleague, mentor, and friend. I just want to express my sincere gratitude. For today, I'll keep it short and just want to introduce myself. As Vlad said, I've been here a little over 7 years, and I've seen the company scale from a couple million customers and a few billion assets to now 27 million customers and over 300 billion in assets globally. I work closely with Vlad, Jason, and the entire team. I've gotten to wear a lot of different hats, and as Vlad said today, I lead 4 teams: finance, strategy, corp dev, and treasury. In terms of what to expect, big picture, more of the same. Our top goal is still to grow and keep delivering for customers, to ship amazing products with high velocity. We also believe in a lean and disciplined culture, and this is personally where I spend a lot of time. We obsess about capital allocation and...
Sorry, if you were wondering what I was doing, so if you look, they have hats on the table that says market cap. semantics. I'm sure it's a play on words, but I look to see what their market cap is, and they're $110 billion company. So let's get
ROI.
it.
We pride ourselves on small teams that can deliver outsized results, and we believe in profitable growth. And lastly, our financial North Star is going to remain the same: grow earnings per share and free cash flow per share, and compound long-term shareholder value. Plain and simple.
Let's go.
So I'm excited to partner with everyone. I'll turn it back to Vlad and Jason and talk about this great quarter.
And you know what? They don't even pay a dividend yet, right? When they start paying dividends, oh, I hope to be at least at 1,000 shares of this company easily. I hope they don't start paying dividends yet. I need to get my shares up because it's going to explode when they start doing that. I'm excited.
Thanks, Shiv, and I do look forward to seeing Shiv competing on Jeopardy someday. Chris, why don't we go ahead and take some questions?
All right. So before they take questions, let me go ahead and end this video. Thank you guys for joining me on this one. Yeah, I'm excited from what I've seen. I hope you guys took some notes. If you didn't catch it all, go back and replay it. Pause it if you need to. But listen, I am absolutely excited about Robinhood and where they are going in the future. If you are not excited, then you need to join this Discord. Jump on Discord. As you can see, the Blacksmith Podcast is my server. The Blacksmith Podcast is my name on here. So you can jump on there and friend me and or find my server. All right, folks, I hope you have a great night, and I hope you're excited.